Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. We'll just mute the other people in the office. My name's Rosie King. I'm from Corporate Training Options, and our webinar today is on Microsoft Dynamics 365, which is a CRM solution from Microsoft that allows you to manage client relationships. I think it's going to be quite an interesting session. I'm looking forward to it. So I'm going to hand you over now to our Dynamics 365 expert, Gill Walker. Thank you, Gill.
Hello and welcome, and I'm really looking forward to taking you through a whistle-stop tour of some of the functionality of Microsoft Dynamics 365. If you'll give me a moment, I will share my screen, and I'm going to run through a PowerPoint for 3 or 4 minutes, and then I will take you into Dynamics and we'll see the functionality in the flesh. Okay, so the top 3 out of more than 103 reasons that we could use Dynamics for customer relationship management. It allows us to manage the entire relationship from go to woe. It allows us to do business anywhere. And I'm also going to flag why Dynamics 365 should be your CRM of choice. I'll give you a quick overview, then we'll go through managing a relationship. Before we do that, many people use any CRM solution for a sale. So I thought I'd possibly state the obvious, but maybe not. So what is a sale? A sale is when we have a customer or a prospect with a need or a desire, and we believe that a product or service of ours will solve that person's problem. So we bring the two of them together, and then we work through a process, creating an opportunity, then a quote, then we have an order, and then we have an invoice. So in most CRM solutions, and all true CRM solutions, that is what a sale looks like. In a little bit more detail, this is what it looks like. And this is what's called the lead to cash process. So we start with a lead, we do a bit of work in the lead, we take it to the opportunity, then we can create a quote for the prospect so they know what it will cost. Once they've seen the price, they're either going to decide, no, doesn't sound very good, too expensive, don't like it, so we've lost the opportunity. Or they're going to say, yeah, cool, really like that, good value, whatever. So from there, we move on to the order. And of course, because we like to get paid, this is, after all, a lead to cash process, not a lead for fun process. We then move on and create an invoice. So I will demo that for you. It's all very well talking about leads and then taking them through to customers. So how does a person become a lead in both the world and specifically in Microsoft Dynamics 365? I will show you that. There are fundamentally 4 ways. They can respond to a campaign, and in this instance it is usually a non-directed campaign, so that might be PR, it might be an ad, so Google ads or LinkedIn ads. Maybe they find your website, and as a result of that website send you, because they like what's on the website, they send you an email. Maybe a lead begins with a previous relationship. So you've got somebody who you helped when they worked at XYZ Incorporated. They've now moved to ABC Incorporated, and they see that ABC has a need for the services that they purchased while they were at XYZ. So they come back to you and they are another lead. And finally, there is a referral. That's where somebody who knows you, they may be a client, they may not, but they meet a third person and they say, yep, that problem of yours could be solved by this organization. Many of you will have heard of sales and marketing funnels, and that is an example of a funnel. And what that is showing is that we've got raw leads working their way down until they are a marketing qualified lead, then it becomes a sales qualified lead, opportunity, and client. Now, the top part of that funnel is handled by marketing automation. So natively, Dynamics, as I'm showing you today, doesn't help you with the top part of the funnel. Dynamics only really helps you with this bottom part of the funnel. However, there are lots and lots of options that work really, really well with Dynamics, and some of them use the Dynamics database, so all your data is still in one place. I'm then going to take you and show you how we can convert an inbound email or a campaign response to a lead. And then I'm going to move on and show you the third part of CRM, customer relationship management, where we solve a customer's problem or answer questions. And this is done using the support functionality. So all of this we will go through in a few minutes. One of the reasons that Dynamics is so good is it allows you to do business anywhere. And I mean pretty much anywhere. So we can do business on desktops or laptops. We can do business using our phone, or we can do business using a tablet, whatever works with us in the moment. And as an individual, we can swap and change between those three. And within those, on the phone, there are apps for iOS, Android, and Windows. So whatever flavor of phone you've got, you can use Dynamics on the phone. On the tablet and on desktop and laptop, it works with both Windows and Mac, and it works with all current browsers. And add to that lot, we've also got the ability to do business and use Dynamics inside Outlook. So most of this is just bog standard Outlook, but you see up here, we've got the Dynamics icon. And then over here, it is showing us information about Contoso. We've got their phone number. We've got pictures of the recipients of this email. And if you look, you can see all of that has been pulled out of this email. And then just to finish, why Dynamics should be your CRM of choice comes down to flexibility. So Microsoft Dynamics is one of the Power Apps. It, along with Power BI and Power Automate, which allows you to get the system to do a lot of the dirty work rather than you having to do it, they all sit on the Microsoft Cloud platform, which is called Azure. We can work with all of these three using Microsoft Office, now called Microsoft 365. You will see a couple of examples of that. And all of this lot uses data that is held in the common data service. And that is really the database where all your data lives. I'm also going to do you, as a fourth point in this 3-point presentation, you will see smart processes. So that's the end of the slideshow. And now I am going to go into Dynamics, and I need to change the share. Okay, so can everybody see lots of colored shapes? That is the first bit of Dynamics that most people will see when they log on in the morning. And this is one of many examples of a dashboard. Like almost all of Dynamics 365, it is highly, highly, highly customizable. What we also have from here is lists of accounts or organizations with whom we have a business relationship. And I'm just going to open one of these. And what you see here is a lot of information about this organization. I'm not going to go into the detail of this information. The only thing I am going to flag is here we have the address, and should we need to organize a meeting at their office, it kindly gives us a map showing us where they're located, and from there we can get directions. Here in the middle, we've got a timeline. So this is giving you all of the activity, and not just my activity, but all of the activities done by my organization with this prospect or client, Alpine Ski House. Over here, we've got more information. So we've got the primary contact of Alpine Ski House and a business card, a bit more information, and specifically the email and the business phone number. Here we've got some other contacts who also work at Alpine Ski House. We go into contacts, we'll get a similar list, but now we're looking at people, not organizations. Here, we've always got what are called views. So if I change the view, so I'm going to choose campaign, no campaign activities in the last 3 months, and we've now got these records where there's been no activity on the marketing side in the last 3 months. Again, if we open one of those records, lots and lots of information. And you notice how some of the information is black, but some of it is blue. This blue information is a hyperlink. So if I click there, I get to go back into the account for this organization. So that is a very quick look at Dynamics. Now I'm going to take you through that relationship from go to woe. So this is where we've got leads. We've got all of these in the system already. I'm going to create a brand new lead. And this lead is interested in Microsoft Office training. We're dealing with a lady called Mary Black, who is the HR manager, her phone number and email address. And Mary works for Wonderbuys Incorporated, and they do have a website. So all of that is just entering information. I now save that lead. And now I want to speak to Mary and see whether she is really interested in the office training that we offer. So rather than just pick up the phone, which runs the risk of me forgetting, I come here and I will make a phone call. So there's all of the details. And I can now put in some more information about this call. So let's just add this. And then I will save and close that phone call. And this now is appearing on the timeline. Based on this phone call, we're going to make a decision. Do we disqualify this person, Mary Black, or do we qualify her, i.e. take her in? Now, when we disqualify, we give a reason. So if she decided, no, our stuff's too complicated for her, we'd probably choose no longer interested. In this case, I'm going to go the other way, and Mary thinks we're really, really cool. So I'm going to qualify Mary in. So I just click on that qualify button, and Dynamics is now doing its stuff. And that lead automatically has been converted to an opportunity. So we've moved it one step forward in our sales process. All of this information, or nearly all of it, you will recognize as being information that I put into the lead. We've got the contact, it's also created an account, and this is the opportunity. Again, we've got a timeline. I could do more activities. Because we're short of time, I am not going to repeat things that I've already done. But rest assured, we could do all of this stuff. Now, we're now at the point where we're developing this opportunity. And now we've got more information that we can add in. So I'm going to say, yes, I've spoken to Mary. I've found who the competitors are. And I've found out that there aren't any competitors. I'm not going to worry about those top two. So then I move this opportunity on to the next stage, which is, of course, propose. So for that proposal, what I'm going to do is add some specific products to this. And we know she wants training, so we use the training price list. And we also know a little bit that she would like introductory Excel training. So I'm just going to type some information. We want it for a group. Like so. Come on, what is it doing? Come on, what are you doing? Okay. Go away, just go away. Okay, so now we have got, I'm now going to add some intermediate Excel for a day and save and close. So we've now got this, it has appeared, we know how much it is. Notice also that the estimated revenue of our opportunity is $995 coming directly from there. I want to give this as a quote to Mary. So we'll go into quotes and new quote. So Dynamics has now created a new record for us. We've now got that quote record. If I want, I can, first of all, I activate the quote, and that makes it read only. And the beauty of making it read only is we've now got a concrete record of the information that we gave Mary here and now. But what I'm now going to do is email that as a PDF to Mary. So click here, it's gone straight into email, and you see we have got this quote already attached. And if I look at that attachment, we've got a PDF document. Again, this is the absolutely vanilla version. Obviously, normally it would have your logo and some other text and so on, but this is a document that we have got that we can now send to the customer. I'm just going to close that and then I will go back. So this is the quote. When Mary receives that email, she really likes it and says, yep, I'm going to go ahead with that. So we will create an order. Status is won. We won it today. We'll close the opportunity and the revenue can come from the quote. So there we've got an order. And finally, so that we get paid for our efforts, we will create an invoice. Now, during that demonstration, that lead to cash, I have created multiple records. And the benefit of that is we're getting a full audit of what is happening as that sale progresses. Whereas if we had this just in an Excel spreadsheet, for example, where we said, yes, it's an opportunity, now it's a quote, now it's an order, we would not have all of that history and auditability. If I wanted to, at this point, I could go back into the opportunity. I can go back into the customer. I'm not going to do that right now. But you see how I've got an awful lot of information available. So that is the lead to cash. And Mary, being a nice sort of person, has paid us that invoice. So we've got some cash. So we'll tell CRM that it is paid. So that is, in very few minutes, the entire lead to cash process. What I'm now going to do is go into and show you how we can get a lead. You've seen me create one from scratch, but if somebody contacts us because they've seen an advert of ours, or maybe they've read an article that we've published in a journal, they would probably send an email to say, tell me more about your training. So if I come here, this is all the current activities in the system, but come here, filter on email. And now these are the emails in the system. And this one has come in and someone's telling me about an opportunity at ABC Corp. So I'm going to open that email. I'm going to read what they want. If I think that's a good opportunity for us, I would come up here, convert to lead. And there's all the information. I will convert it. And now we've got this as a lead, which obviously I could take through that same lead to cash process, but I'm not going to do that for you. And then the final part that Dynamics helps you with is the customer service idea. So this is where you've got a client who has a question or a complaint or a problem, and this is handled using case functionality, which is down here. And now if we've got a new case, I can click here, new case. Again, information has been pulled through. What's the issue? It's a query. They've got a problem. The contact is Patrick Sands, who also works, because he works at Alpine Ski, and so on. And now I save that. And in a minute, there you go. So now we've got that third case. And if we just have a quick look at that, again, lots and lots of information. a timeline showing what we have done, all the activities, very similar to a lead, but and as we work this through, and then eventually working through this process now, but eventually we'll get to resolving that case when Patrick is happy. It will tell us based on our activities how long we spent. We can also, the billable time, I'm going to charge him 30 minutes, even though I didn't spend much time at all, and then resolve. And as I said earlier, all of that functionality and a lot more, because it is highly, highly, highly configurable. But all of that is available on your desktop, on your laptop, on a tablet, or on a mobile. So when you're out and about and in the field, you can still get all of that information. And you've seen me generate a Word document. There's also really nice interaction with Excel and with Outlook. So I think that is probably enough for a demo on Dynamics 365. So I will now hand you back to Rosie to close us off and let us go home.
Wonderful. Thank you, Jill. That was a great presentation, and it's amazing the functionality that's built into CRM that gives us the capabilities to manage our client relationships. That's really awesome. So thank you very much. Really enjoyed that. Great overview of Dynamics. For those of you who would like a little bit more information, we've got a number of options for you. We have one-on-one discovery meetings available in boardroom meetings with Jill next week on Wednesday afternoon or Thursday afternoon from 4 p.m. These discovery sessions will run for an hour and will allow you to discuss with Jill your requirements for a dynamic CRM solution, and she would be able to then provide you with some ideas. If you would like to, I've just put that detail in the chat for you. If you would like to attend, please come back to us and let us know. The sessions are only $47 each, and you get this amazing lady's time and her expertise. The other thing we do have available is Introduction to Dynamics one-day courses, and we're just going to pop the link in there for you now to the introduction course page on the Corporate Training Options website. Once again, thank you very much to everyone who has attended. I hope you've learned a lot from today's session, and we look forward to seeing you at our next session. We're not going to run one next week, being the end of the financial year. There's so much going on in people's lives that we're going to run it in 2 weeks' time, and that will be on Microsoft Yammer. So thank you very much again, Jill, for your time and your expertise. That was great. And goodbye, everyone. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time.